What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Pardon my sleepy voice, I just woke up. But we gotta have a heart-to-heart this morning. So when I made this channel, I made it with the intention and the belief that Star Wars games were about to pop off. This was in February or March of 2018. Battlefront 2 had just come out, it was hype, and we were expecting basically yearly releases for new Star Wars games from EA, because EA still had the exclusive license to make Star Wars games at the time. They were the guys in charge, and we were expecting them to deliver Star Wars games, right? Well, we all know how that worked out. Fast forward to today, the last Star Wars game that EA put out was Star Wars Squadrons, which, you know, is a good game in and of itself, but it wasn't exactly the experience that players were looking for, and it didn't receive as well as it probably could have. That was in October of 2020. Keep that in mind, like Battlefront 2's live service had already been cut at that point, about 5 months prior, so we'd already been in kind of a dry spell. Players were not happy about Battlefront 2's live service getting cut. Couple that with Squadrons not getting received well, and today, February of 2022, we've not seen a new Star Wars game since. Now, Battlefront 2 was the lifeblood of this channel. It still is. I mean, most of you guys, if not all of you guys, subscribed because of the Battlefront 2 content. So what I'm about to say might be a little bit jarring, but I'm kind of done with this game. You know, it's got to the point where I no longer play Battlefront because I want to play Battlefront. I play Battlefront because I feel like I need to get footage for a video or just so I can make something for the channel. It's at the point now where I play Battlefront because I feel like I have to. And that's not a good feeling. When you're just going through the motions and when you're not having fun doing something that you're doing, it makes you not want to do it, but more than that, it makes you resent it. And I really don't want to resent Battlefront 2, because for me personally, I want it to go out on a high note. For me, as far as I'm concerned, the Battlefront franchise in the modern era is done. EA abandoned it for Battlefield 2042, which ended up being a broken mess. They now have their work cut out for them fixing that game. They're going to allocate all of their resources into fixing Battlefield 2042. They just announced that the season 1 for that game isn't dropping until summer. That's insane. That's such a long time. They have so much work to do between now and then. They're not even thinking about Battlefront right now. Battlefront 2 is dead. 3 is a pipe dream. The franchise itself, in the modern era, I think is done. As far as EA is concerned, if another studio and another publisher wants to come pick up the reins and carry the torch, that's great. I hope they do, because the franchise itself deserves to live on. There's so much unrealized potential, especially in Battlefront 2, but in the franchise as a whole, there's so much they can do with this. Unfortunately, the powers that be do not agree with that sentiment, so it didn't happen. So coming from the perspective of a content creator, where does that leave me? Where does that leave us who used to make content on this game? It's almost pointless. There's almost no point to it. We cannot make content on Battlefront forever, especially when it's dead. You know, sure, it still has a player base and there might be new players coming in every now and again, but it's not like it used to be. This is not sustainable. You know, I spend a fair amount of time looking at Google Trends just to see what people are interested in. I want to see what people are searching up. I want to see what the relevant topics are, because it can really help the channel. If you're a content creator or even an aspiring content creator, this is actually a really good tip. Google actually has a really cool feature where you can compare keywords and see what's popular when. So I'll plug in things like Star Wars or Battlefront 2 or Jedi Fallen Order or KOTOR Remake just to see how many people are searching for what and when they're searching for it, because that gives me an idea of what I can do with the channel. If I can see what people are interested in, I'm encouraged to make content on those topics. And that kind of brings us into the topic of today's video, more or less. I mean, we're already there, basically, but I'm trying some new things here at the Star Bazaar. This is still primarily, first and foremost, a Star Wars gaming channel. We've got plenty to look forward to, guys. We've got LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, Star Wars Hunters, the KOTOR Remake, the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, all those new projects that EA just announced with Respawn. Like, we've got a lot coming up. That expectation I mentioned earlier about the yearly Star Wars game releases from EA, I'm almost at that point again where I'm kind of expecting that in the future. just between everything that's been announced so far. So it's not like the future of Star Wars games is in a rough spot. If anything, it looks better now than it has in the last 2 years, so we're looking good there. The future may be bright, but for right now, we still have at least another 2 months to go before the next planned Star Wars game release, that being LEGO, the Skywalker Saga, in April. We're also expecting an update for Star Wars Hunters anytime now. Zynga kept teasing that they were going to release the game in early 2022, which we are currently in, and we still have no news, so we'll see about that one. As a content creator, though, I need something for the here and now, and I found something that really speaks to me. Maybe you've seen my videos on it, maybe you haven't. I know YouTube's algorithm is a royal piece of crap and will not share anything that people don't click on, but I've been getting my feet wet in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's an old anime series that dropped here in the States back in 2002, but it's also a real-life, real-world trading card game. And Konami, the brains behind the trading card game, just released a new simulator, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and it is lit! I've put out a couple videos on it already. My video about the Dark Magician deck is actually doing pretty well, surprisingly, but I wanted to talk about this because I'm essentially breaking into a brand new niche. I don't expect the vast majority of you even to be interested in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. I understand that. I understand that as a content creator. I know you guys subscribe to this channel for Star Wars content, so when a Star Wars channel doesn't put out Star Wars content, it's a little confusing. I understand. Believe me, I understand. I'm putting myself in the shoes of one of my favorite musical artists of all time, Linkin Park. Back in 2006, Linkin Park released their third studio album, Minutes to Midnight, and it was so drastically different from the first two albums. I wouldn't necessarily say that Linkin Park lost fans, but they definitely turned a lot of their fans away when those fans were expecting a lot of the same heavier music, a lot of the grunginess, the nu metal that they had in the first two albums. We hear this soft rock in the new album and we're thinking, this isn't Linkin Park. So I totally understand how you can click on a Star Wars channel, not see Star Wars content, and be like, what the hell's going on here? This isn't right. But at the end of the day, I'm just one guy. I have to do what is best for not only my channel, but also myself. I've found something that I actually really enjoy doing. I like playing Master Duel way more than I like playing Battlefront 2. So why would I want to force myself to play a game I'm not enjoying when I've got something that is golden right here, right next to it? Plus, I'm not too bad at it. Like, I'm not a pro player by any stretch of the imagination. I've never played in an official tournament. I don't even really run meta decks, but you know, I know the game well enough. I can talk about it, I can have fun playing it, and I'm enjoying making videos on it. It's actually really fun. I'm enjoying making videos again for the first time in a long time. It's a really cool feeling. I know the views are gonna suffer, it's to be expected, and I don't expect the Star Wars crowd to click on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. I really don't. I'm trying to break into that niche. I'm trying to reach the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, not necessarily shove the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content down my Star Wars community's throat, because I wouldn't even expect you guys to enjoy it. If there are some of you who do enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh!, that is a huge plus. If I can get fans from both communities on this channel, I think that's probably the ultimate goal. And it's going to be rough for a little bit. Again, the views are going to suffer. I know they are. If you don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, it's something like this. If you are not already in the algorithm, your views are going to get stifled. So what do I mean by that? There are content creators out there who have been making Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos for years. What possible chance do my videos have against those videos when their channels are ingrained in the algorithm, their videos have been getting suggested and shared to all of their viewers? My videos are going to get stifled. It's just the unfortunate reality. Unless I stay persistent, I have to keep uploading, I have to keep trying, and I have to stay patient. But besides all of that, half of YouTube, in my opinion, is timing. And the fact that this game is brand new, the timing to jump on it in terms of being a content creator is perfect. And just to give a little bit more perspective into the world of a content creator, when you're competing with other YouTubers, when your video gets uploaded first, that's the one that hits the algorithm first. That's the one that's going to get ingrained. That's the one people are going to be clicking on. That's the one that's going to do the best. That's why whenever you see us Battlefront content creators all scramble to get out the exact same information, like when you see myself, Aussie Jedi, Battlefront updates, Twisted, like all of us getting all of the same information out there to you guys, we're essentially competing against each other. We're in a race to get that information out there first so that our video does the best. It's, you know, there's no malice in it. It's not like an unfriendly thing, but it is competitive in that sense. And the competition fuels me. I look forward to this challenge of breaking into the Yu-Gi-Oh niche and reaching the Yu-Gi-Oh community, because it's essentially like starting my channel over from scratch. It really is. I do have the benefit of my loyal fan base, and I have all of you guys to thank for that. I definitely have a bit of a step up from another channel who would actually be starting from scratch with 0 subscribers, nobody watching their videos. Like, I've definitely got a leg up. But it will be a challenge, and it will be an adventure, essentially starting over from scratch. And I hope most, if not all of you, stick around. It's not like Star Wars is going anywhere on this channel. I'm not abandoning Star Wars games. We're just still kind of in the tail end of this dry spell. There's nothing to really talk about. The news is very sparse. It's very few and far between. I mean, the stuff that we've been getting has actually been really good, but again, it's not sustainable. Not right now. Not until Lego Star Wars is out, not until Hunters is out, not until we actually have content to talk about. So in the meantime, I am going to make videos on a children's card game that I actually really enjoy playing. Any and all support I can get from you guys on those videos would be greatly appreciated. Any kind of boost that I get with the interaction, whether it be a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a comment, it all helps, and I would greatly appreciate it. If I can turn any of you guys onto Yu-Gi-Oh, that is a big plus. Let me know in the comments if you guys are fans of the anime or the card game, and let me know if you've tried Master Duel. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for sitting through my little rant and getting a glimpse into the mind of somebody who makes videos on YouTube for a living. That's it from me, guys. Have a good one. Peace.